I don't know if it's like McDonald's mission statement that they have to have really shitty fucking drive-thrus. I don't know. That's like a part of there's like some sort of a maybe we'll increase foot traffic inside. You come inside, you order more than if you're just going to the drive-thru. Maybe there's shit drive-thru. Maybe something like that. I don't know. And Taco Bell just is like, do we really need a drive-thru? What if we just have it like I don't know, in the middle of the parking lot, and it's impossible to get into, and we'll put everything on a corner of a highway so you can't get out of the parking lot easy.
Yeah, that's their favorite spot to be, isn't it?
Like, what if we're on the corner of a highway where you can't turn, you have to cross over 6 lanes of traffic, and there's no light at the spots, you just try to figure it out. And what if the drive-through was just, I don't know, like basically like a bike lane? That'd be pretty cool.
You know the biggest thing with traffic, the biggest issue that causes traffic is no one can figure out how to merge properly.
Yeah.
So McDonald's is genius
drivers, everybody. Woo!
McDonald's has genius plans that the 2 screens to get multiple orders going at once. Yeah, but then you have to merge back to one single driving lane.
Yeah, or you know what's pretty cool too, when they have 2 windows and they decide, no, we'll just use one.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Well,
it's just for decoration.
So you have, how about I pay over there, get my food over here? No, you can just pay over here. Then just keep your car parked here while we make your food.
Yeah, you know what's hilarious?
Then we'll have a backup of traffic for 15 cars. And then when you get your food, you can be forced to rush out before you even check because the guy behind you is waiting 30 minutes just to pay. And we're not going to make food until they pay. So really what we're just going to do is we're going to fast food as slow as possible.
You know what's great about having that 2-window system is
not using the second window.
No, when you have the first, when you give the guy the money in the first window, the people are making your food at that transaction. So when you get to the second window, it's like a 30-second wait, not a 5-hour wait. When you have the one window method.
That Starbucks is pretty shitty at drive-through too.
Yes.
Starbucks is this really cute thing where they have 2 kinds of buildings. They have these really nice like coffee shops that don't have drive-throughs, and then they have these fucking brick bomb shelter eyesores that are just randomly look like they're fucking dropped off a trailer and put in a parking lot, and those ones have drive-throughs.
It's always the tightest drive-through in the world too.
I know. These places love to do it. It's fucking hell. And also, you know what I love too? You know McDonald's and Burger King do really fucking well with their drive-thrus? They're like, what if we do just enough roof? Just enough roof. So if it's raining and then you reach out to get their food, it's like a waterfall of a division of, they just put their hand through a waterfall of water trying to grab their food because we're gonna have the roof go just 3 inches past the window, but just enough so they lean out of their driver's side window whatsoever, they're gonna get douched in water. Dude. And then Ronald's like, that sounds terrific. And then fucking, the meeting's over and it turns out it was actually the Hamburglar the whole time and Grimace who were fucking coming up with this terrible design. They bested Ronald McDonald.
How do you know the names of the supporting characters?
Bro, were you not a kid in the 1980s?
Dude, were you not a kid? Did you even see the cartoons, man? That shit was the bomb.
That shit was the bomb, man.
That shit was awesome.
Dude, you know what's fucked up? There's like a dark history of those characters. Like there's been a couple characters. It's a family. Like Grimace had a family that was like taken away from him. He had like a wife and kids, and they were just randomly taken off of like all the fucking marketing. They were just murdered.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's not true. You're lying.
I mean, they didn't say they murdered him, but they did just randomly disappear from the market. And he used to have like a family as a back, and they just said, no, he's actually a piece of shit who lives alone.
Did they just finally realize that, hey, maybe we already have 6 mascots. We really don't need to have family members of these mascots as well?
That's
also, do they even use any of these guys anymore? Like, I don't even think I've seen Ronald McDonald in fucking years.
Yeah, the Me Too movement really fucked him up.
Him too?
Yeah, I know.
They got him too?
They got Ronald and the King.
We should make a new hashtag him too.
Yeah. Think about that. Joe Biden's America would love that.
Dude, you met Ronald McDonald. That's fucking crazy.
I know, man.
You shook Ronald McDonald's hand. Yeah, we got the skin of your teeth.
You shook Ronald's hand.
You shook the Donald's hand.
Fucking Ronald McDonald, the King, Mr. Met, all Me Too'd.
Unbelievable. That's fucked up. Yeah, man, it's my entire childhood. Just down the fucking. I looked up to those guys.
Mr. Met especially. He was cool.
Fuck, unbelievable.
I was always like, damn, the Yankees are sick, but dude, Mr. Met's pretty badass. And Mr. Yankee sounds like a moron, if that was the name of their man. I don't understand it. Maybe it's the alliteration thing, but Mr. Met sounds like that's a cool guy. Mr. Yankee sounds like a total dork.
Mr. Met also sounds like it could potentially be someone's actual name. Mr. Yankee sounds like this asshole can think of a character's name.
I know. Mr. Yankee. Give me a Mr. Manager.
It's just called Manager.
Yeah, man. Oh, here's nothing about the house from the other day with the fucking wooden circular toilet. It's really fun when you have to go to the bathroom to play not a guessing game. That's a Sophie's choice actually. It's like, all right, do I want to have my asshole actually in the circle of the toilet so I can go to the bathroom and have my dick sticking out over the toilet, or I want to piss and have my dick in the toilet bowl and have my asshole now on the wood grain instead. And also, it's like these circular toilet bowls. Listen, I get that people come in different shapes and sizes, but who the fuck is designed to sit on a circle? And again, make the choice. Should my cock and balls be in here or just my asshole?
Hey, women, you complain all the time about how you have it so hard, but every toilet's designed it so easily for you. Both your holes are just right there, ready to go. Man. Guys have to do this weird little shimmy to the left thing.
But I have to, like, what is going... Who the fuck is like...
I've got it. It's a circle.
Well, yeah, we should do a circle toilet top. Why go over like everyone else? Why don't you do circles? Or
like, what's
also
worse? So they loaded
and
the
also,
ground.
why if you do a circle, everyone's like, we should probably do it in a wood tone because that looks cool. Isn't it cool when you look at a toilet and it's porcelain except for the toilet seat's wood, and you're like, huh, okay,
this is class.
Or even better, like here's a cushion. That's not disgusting. Yeah, here's a cushion of leather.
Absolutely disgusting.
So your sweat can go all like.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys.
Those are the worst ones.
And again, instead of an oval, let's do a circle. In case you couldn't tell, that actually bothers me quite a bit.
Also, all the circle ones have to be 3 inches above the ground.
Yeah.
You have to have your knees up to your nose.
Yeah,
in order to
not
sit.
even that. It's like you're in it's like as if your fucking ankles are tied to fucking ceiling shackles.
Wow, look at me go. I just gave so much crap to Louis C.K. in the last episode.
I know. Now we're talking about, no, we're not talking about shit. We're talking about toilets. Toilets is funny.
You're right. I'm sorry. Toilet humor actually is the highbrow version. It's the Winnie the Pooh with the monocle of humor.
It's a step up. No, we're like that meme with the fucking
the head
brain,
exploding.
Head exploding into more and more dimensions and shit.
You know, wait till you come next week. You're going to get to see the weird experience of being in someone's house painting.
Yeah, man.
It's really weird.
You know, what's really weird is when people have circular toilet bowls. This is crazy, man. So, like a circle bowl, you have to decide if you want to have your dick in the bowl or your ass in the bowl, and what you're going to be doing.
Which I think is hilarious, though, is you're debating if you should let your dick sit over the bowl or if you should tuck it in, whereas everybody else would just hover over so they could have fucking both landing in the right way. What do you mean? You just don't sit down all the way. You kind of like do the fucking wall
if I'm
squat.
sitting down, I am sitting down.
Yeah, dude, that's.
You also told me this which I don't believe. I think it's a made-up fairy tale Hollywood magic, movie magic. No one actually does a fucking little. Let me take a piece of toilet paper here, and a piece 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 here. No one does that.
No, it's super easy.
No one does that.
I take 3 long strips.
No one does that.
Yes, I do.
That's
double
Hollywood.
Them, so it's like quadruple plied.
This is movie magic. This is
1,
fairy tale
2, 3.
nonsense.
No, it's not. It's
called fairy tale bullshit.
It's called not disgusted by sitting on the disgusting public toilet seat.
Not public. First of all, this wasn't a public toilet seat. It was a toilet seat in a house. It's a home. And also, dude, I can believe maybe some people pull out those fucking things, which also...
No, those no one
in
ever
every
uses
single movie ever. Okay, you know how many movies I see where that's somehow like a maybe more than 2000s. I feel like this was a 2000s fad for movies. They like had to have scenes in bathrooms, I guess. I don't know. Times they are changing, okay? But do you know how many times I saw a scene in a movie where it's like they went into a fucking gas station bathroom and they pull out those fucking toilet things? I'm like, what? I've seen those, I think, maybe once in my entire life in a bathroom.
Yeah, I saw it once, and it was in like a real like fancy fucking. I shouldn't say there's no such thing as a fancy bath. It was a place in the city. So
and then there was a guy inside. He was giving cologne for you.
Yeah.
You should have referenced. You should have done the fucking. Or I should have done it. The fucking. You guys got candy dispensers in here.
That was pretty funny.
John Cryer, man.
What was that thing we just watched?
John
where he could have been?
dude.
What could he have been in something? Was it some Tarantino movie? He could have been Reservoir Dogs
instead of Steve McQueen. Instead of Steve Buscemi.
Could you even imagine that?
Yeah, it was actually originally going to be cast. It was going to be. So Reservoir Dogs originally, and like the right names. I'll tell you guys all these interesting little factoids here. So Mr. White, Harvey Keitel, right? You know the original one for Mr. White?
No.
Bob Hoskins.
Really?
Yeah. Weird choice.
Very weird choice.
Tim Roth is Mr. Orange. You know them playing Mr. Orange originally?
Someone also British?
No.
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
Well, I know they're not British. That really limits it down to all the other things it could possibly be.
1, 2, 3. Luke Perry.
Luke Perry.
Crazy. That's why he's actually not, believe it or not, every Tarantino movie was first offered to Luke Perry. He didn't accept until Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What a ding dong.
I know he passed on Pulp Fiction. They were gonna give him the Julius part originally. He passed on Kill Bill.
Who was he going to play Uma Thurman's part?
No, they said he could be anyone. Bill, he could be Uma Thurman, he could be the bride, he could be Bill, he could be whoever he wanted. That was like they really wanted him for that one. In Inglourious Bastards, he passed on the Bear Jew. He passed on fucking. He passed on playing. I almost said Dolph. I'm just yeah. You guys know what I'm saying. Dolph Lundgren's part in that movie. He passed on that one too.
That's crazy.
But no, so Harvey Keitel originally they wanted Bob Hoskins. Mm-hmm. For Tim Roth, they originally wanted Luke Perry. For Michael Madsen, you want to know they wanted for Mr. Blonde originally? You think like tough guy, cool guy, can beat some people up.
Yeah, we said this last week. It was Pauly Shore.
No, this is fucking 1992, dude. It was Michael J. Fox.
Okay, right.
Well, Michael J. Fox for that. Chris Penn was always going to be nice guy Eddie. That was never up for debate. Steve Buscemi was originally going to be John Cryer. And Mr. Blue and Mr. Brown, the two characters no one talks about. Mr. Blue was going to be the Fresh Prince, and Mr. Brown was going to be DJ Jazzy Jeff. But then they thought that would have been racist, calling the black guy Mr. Brown. So they decided to give it to Tarantino instead.
Good call, and they just recasted everybody else entirely.
You really going to have a movie with Luke Perry and fucking John Cryer that doesn't have DJ Jazzy Jeff in it?
I don't know what I was thinking.
You're going to cast Will Smith without DJ Jazzy? I saw a funny thing the other day saying how it was just it's like a Will Smith like YouTube short, and there's just one person who like just was like, Will Smith is a fucking loser. This big fucking mean message, and then all the people commenting, I thought I'd be like defending him, and it was just people agreeing with him. People from Philadelphia saying he fucking sucks, dude. DJ Jazzy Jeff was the real star. This fucking cocksucker like one upped him and just stole his fame. It's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Apparently he was the cool guy. Apparently DJ Jazzy Jeff was like the Dre of Philly and discovered him.
So you think that's why Will Smith doesn't rap anymore? Then not because he just doesn't want to, because he can't. He needs DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Maybe it's like Dennis Leary stealing Bill Hicks stuff. Maybe whoever Will Smith stole from died. Now they can't make music anymore. No one else to plagiarize.
I think Will Smith's a bit of a megalomaniac with the whole new Bel Air thing they created, where it's like this super stylized.
There's no way that show's getting a second season, is it?
I think it's already gone. I think they just started the preview.
There's no way.
Season.
What's it called?
Bel Air.
Bel Air. Oh my!
I'm not saying none of that.
Season 2 is in the midst of airing.
Wow. I'm not saying that stuff's not how anything in his life actually happened. For all I know, it is. But, dude,
I don't think it is. You know what I don't think happens? Here's something I don't think happened.
What don't you think happened?
I could be wrong. Now, I know he's actually Will Smith. And I know Jazzy Jeff is actually Jazzy Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's actually from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And he obviously lived in L.A. when he was filming that show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm almost positive that James Avery isn't actually his uncle. And that he actually doesn't have a rich uncle who he moved in with when he got away from his parents. I'm almost certain. So I'm not really sure how he could have had a dramatized version of the comedy we saw. Also, if this is the actual thing that somehow happened in reality, it's really weird that he chose in the 90s to make a comedic interpretation of all these terrible events. That they decided to say Schindler's List, but with a lot more jokes,
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm really buying into the whole illusion right there by even suggesting.
Yeah, I don't think that was a real story the first time when it was funny, or the second time when it was dramatized.
I guess you're right. It's a good point.
And also, who takes something and then is like, I'm actually going to change the genre?
Yo, and why did he turn fucking Carlton, this little bastard?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Carlton doesn't. The most important part of Carlton's entire character is his dancing.
Exactly.
And also, they play lacrosse now.
No, they don't.
In the show, they play lacrosse.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no, they don't.
Okay, well, that sounded racist that time. The first time it sounded perfectly okay. You're saying they don't play. But the second time was, no, they don't play lacrosse.
It did sound that way.
So that was super racist.
Not at all what I meant.
I think you should just, do that.
No one thought that.
There,
no one thought it sounded that way at all.
Everyone was like, Jesus Christ, Robbie.
Speaking of different races, I don't know if you know this about me, but I went to Austria for a while.
500.
Nice. That would be funny. That would have been so much fun if I meant races like car racing.
Yeah, man, I gave you a chance to get off the race. See how racist you are?
I'm thinking an actual segue to something.
And then you're like, yeah, let's talk about which race is the most superior.
Which one I like the least.
Yeah, which one's I'm going to rank all races best to worst in my personal preference.
And don't worry, a few honorable mentions in there.
Mm-hmm, a few honorable mentions, yeah. Peruvians, not half bad.
I went to Austria. I don't know if you know this. And for some reason, the sleeping arrangement had to be we all had to not only share a room together.
Yeah, it was really weird. My roommate, fucking Mikael, he told me that it was tradition to sleep with my pants off, and his pants were off too. And like I wanted to go ass to ass, apparently that was offensive to his culture, so he went dick to ass, his dick to my ass, and he fucked me in the ass.
Close. I had to share the bed with the kid that I had to share the room with, though.
That's where you had to share a bed with the person who fucked you in the ass.
Yeah. And he was reading Game of Thrones on the flight.
Wild, he fucked you in the ass?
Yeah.
On the flight?
God, yep.
Dude, I didn't know you were Mile High Club material. That's pretty sick.
It's not by choice.
Jeez.
So,
and this is the part where it turns around, and then the guy's like,
No, it gets
we actually have
violent.
to land because I have no fuel. And then you go all the way back to the Louis C.K. full circle.
you're a lot funnier than I am. It's actually really depressing when you think of all the good bits I could have thought of, and then
It's
you're
all
just
good.
like, no, Robbie, then I'm gonna cut you off.
Don't
I'm gonna tell
forget
you what
the
you should say.
coffee.
Thanks. I don't know why you make fun of me for that one. That one was funny.
What was?
When I told that joke that
I'm
one
making
time.
fun of you for that. I'm referencing it.
Oh, you keep saying it like I'm an asshole for
It's
saying
not your
the
thing.
joke.
Minnie Driver says it.
No, she doesn't. No, she does not.
What, you're saying the character's name says it?
No, Robert Williams says it.
Oh, yeah. She says the
And
fucking,
then,
she says the
um,
cocksucking joke with the front
yeah.
teeth. And she's like,
Give us a kiss.
no.
Give us a kiss.
Dude,
And then-
her.
no, Casey Affleck's the best in the movie. He's in the background. That's not that filthy. I've heard filthier. It's my
Yeah.
favorite part of the entire movie.
My
I've
favorite
heard
part of the
filthier.
movie is how Casey Affleck and Ben Affleck are like, what if we have a scene talking about you jerking off in my mother's, in my Little League glove in my mother's room? And he's like, that's brilliant.
So Casey, where'd that story? It actually happened.
Sorry, you tell me you jerked off in your older brother's baseball glove in your mother's bedroom?
When you're growing up in the rough streets of Boston, you gotta make do with what you can make do with. And
What about the glove? It resembles a pussy. No, it doesn't.
if you hold the
I
right
thought
way.
it did. It's one of those things where it's like ignorance is bliss. Before you know, like it's like I thought it was a lot like a pussy because Ben told me it was a lot like a pussy. So I fucked that for about 7 years, and then when I finally had sex, I realized he was lying the whole time.
I thought you were gonna do. You hear it's a lady fucking a horse, then it's.
You get there, it's actually a lady fucking a horse. I felt bad for her. I felt bad for the horse.
So he started. He read Game of Thrones, and he apparently got nightmares from it, and he started punching me in his sleep.
Is that why you came back from Austria
That was what I was
and
gonna get
berated
to.
me?
Yeah. So you came
Fucking
back.
this psychopath. I'm sick, and he's like, you know what? I'll be a nice brother. I'll make sure in case you get sick. I'm just gonna put a mattress on the floor. I'll stay in your room since you're not blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. We'll chill. We'll watch a movie. Go to bed. An hour goes by. I'm asleep. My fucking bed gets slapped, and he's like, where the fuck's the train? We have to go now. And I'm like, what? And he's like, Alex, it's not fucking funny. Where's the fucking train? And he just starts like yelling at me. He's like, oh, it's, you know what? I'll fucking find myself. He just goes back to sleep like a fucking psychopath.
How do you remember what I said? I have
Because
no
you're a
memory
fucking
of that.
psycho.
Oh, dude, I think I was just spat soda out of my nose. Fuck, I think I did spit soda out of my nose.
Oh my god.
You'll never believe this. I don't know why I said that. I thought you were referencing something, then I said something stupid. I'm so fucking stupid.
Here's the question, right?
Mhm.
Would you give up all of your free will? Just every bit of it. You have no actual control over anything in your life to an extent, okay? But in return, you're placed into an like a simulation, not a simulation. You're placed into a reality, but it's it's a reality that's a bit fabricated, where you essentially live in a life that greatly resembles a sitcom. So everything is simple in your life. There's no real drama. The people are always around. You kind of get like your own bottle episodes. You just have random stories going on, and people get introduced willy nilly. So there's no real like life to your life, but it's still kind of like an enjoyable time.
How much? You said I have to give all free will, but a little bit, you said. So how much is the little bit giving me?
You can operate within the restrictions of what that TV show, this was a TV show, would have. So like you can randomly one episode of your, so like basically 1 week of your life, you can randomly be like, oh, I'm gonna get back into basketball. I used to actually be a basketball player. I was a star basketball player in high school. I'm actually really good at it. I just haven't done it in a while, so I gotta learn how to dunk again. But then like it's not like you can be like, I'm actually gonna go become a drug cartel kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Immediately.
That's fucking awesome. Why
Which
not?
is basically why
Why the
I'm
fuck
saying
not?
we need I've gone the other way. Instead of saying we need less government, we need more government. We need an authoritarian government
Whoa,
who controls
I don't know where this is
everything.
going. No. The other way is nice. The other way is like what he says in The Matrix. Yeah, the steak's fake, but what the fuck do I
Ignorance
know?
is bliss, yeah.
And then he says, and it's like Pleasantville. Pleasantville is like a great place to live.
I was thinking, yeah, Pleasantville would be fun to live in.
So that scenario is great. Not the
Hey.
second storyline.
You know who's in Pleasantville?
I do.
Juliet.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Maggie Larson.
Crazy stuff, man.
Crazy
wild.
stuff. You know who else is in Pleasantville? Fucking Spider-Man.
Tom Holland's in Pleasantville?
No, the other Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield's in Pleasantville?
The other Spider-Man. If you can say the name of the actor that played him in the TV show in the early 90s, I'll be insane if
That'd
you
be
could do that.
sick.
That'd be so cool if you could do that.
Alright.
Most people probably don't even know that it exists, but we do.
There's got to be another interpretation here.
No, let's keep a little bit of silence. It's actually nice. We talk way too much on this podcast. Let's have a little bit of the silence for a bit. Feels pretty good.
Want to just leave the room? Let it record for another 5 minutes? Who's re-listening to this long anyway?
Such a good idea.
Just leave.
but do the thing where the song still goes at the appropriate time frame.
Okay, so I thought you were going to play the song out the whole way. Now just... Yeah.
No. Just let it be silent from when we decide we're going to stop talking to the actual end of the episode. That's a pretty cool idea.
Starting... And we're back. 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 That burned off a whole minute, dude. Now we only got like 3 left and we're good to go.
Oh, we decided these are 23-minute episodes now?
No, like 22, 23, 24. Depends how long the theme song was, bro. It's like a real TV show with commercials.
That's true. You know what would be really sick?
So I'm going to answer this one right. Here's something peculiar. What's going on with those TVs? Like when you're watching TV and like a commercial just starts and stops and it's a new commercial. How was that? Did I not pay? The check was fraudulent? Why does that happen randomly? They're like, no, you're not airing that actually. Pull it right now. I don't care. It's happening. That cocksucker's check bounced. Does that happen right then and there? Optim's like, this motherfucker. I don't get it. I don't know why commercials start and stop without finishing. I can understand if it was like, you know, if it was like breaking news and it's like, we have to interrupt this commercial to tell you this. Or even if it just was like, all right, we actually put an extra commercial on by accident. Your show's supposed to be starting again. But they're just like, no. You're not going to see a Raymore and Flang commercial. You're actually going to see a commercial for Mattress King. Sorry we teased like that. Sorry we gave you blue balls for Raymore and Flanagan. Or should I say gave you blue balls for Pop's Place? Not a sponsor, but should be. That'd be cool.
Yeah, should be, yeah.
I mean, I want to learn to do an impression of that guy who jumps off the building in Ozark. I want to do that guy's voice.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all of our ad reads in that guy's voice.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, everyone's like,
you should dress like him, too.
Ugh. And they're all going to skip ahead. That'd be good. The advertisers are like, can you not talk about our product in that disgusting voice that no human should speak like?
Yeah. I'm amazed that his guest appearance is 30 seconds.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is my goal is to cast him in something. And I'm like, oh, we're filming this scene where this guy gets taken to the middle of the desert and left there. And then take him to the desert and leave him there and see what happens. So I can stop hearing that godforsaken voice in my head. He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Wendy. Suck my cock. Wendy, you should leave your husband and suck my cock. And she's like, yeah, I should. And then fucking S.I. Morales is like, I'll fucking kill you. My father. And then he's like, mm-mm. The first time she's been stealing, it's the first time she got caught. He's like, precisely, yes, Marty.
Precisely, yes.
Now I'm going to fuck you and your wife. That'd be cool. There was a lot more sex. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be cool. Be really cool.
I'm still just waiting for Arrested Development characters to be in the show.
It'd be really cool if that happened.
I'm thinking it's got to, because like it can't not happen.
Dude, oh shit. You know what I keep saying? I keep saying Arrested Development should continue. We see George Michael and Michael leave.
Yep.
They should just become Ozark characters.
Became Marty. Mm-hmm. That's not a bad story. And then you do this, right? Check this out.
They dress the same way.
What if?
It's also the same initials you pointed out.
When we get to what if like in the show that like there's actually a man who runs the Navarro cartel we haven't known about. It's George Oscar Bluth. And then Willinette's there, and then it's like, but where'd the lighter fluid come from? And it cuts to the next season, and that's the cliffhanger.
No. Do you want better? The guy that's from that guy.
S.I. Morales.
Yeah, him.
Yes.
He's like, they kill him at the end. They say they kill him at the end of season 4, and it's like, you thought he was the bad guy?
Yeah, no, this is way
the bad
worse.
Guys, hold on.
And
the camera cuts, and you just see the wheels come up front. And it's just the Segway wheels.
Cool. No. It's a Segway, but it's on a hill, so you see the Segway that's stalling going around the hill, and then it rides up sloppily.
And you just hear where the lighter fluid comes from.
Or maybe what happens is they're all sitting around, and the one guy's kind of like the guy who's in like the Willinette. You don't know it's him yet, but Willinette, he's kind of standing off in the shadow, like where he's like kind of like where Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now, where you don't see his face because of the way it's shadowed. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna say that's funny having the puppet. Okay, that'd be funny, but I wasn't gonna go with Frank. I was gonna say instead of that's good too. What if Frank runs it all? And it's not Job, just Frank by association with Job. That's really good. Bateman should have went that way with it.
Thank you.
But no, what I was gonna say is, what if you have it where it's like Apocalypse Now, where you can't see his face, but they're all talking and they have a bowl of candy beans, right? And maybe this is a plot twist. what if you think Laura Linney, you think her hair is real, right? What if she has alopecia and it's not real, and her eyebrow falls off in the candy beans, and then the guy who's over there is like, what the fuck just fell into the candy beans? And then she's like, don't worry, I bought a spare. Like, I hope you bought a spare bowl of candy beans too. And that's how they introduce the big bad guy.
And then the song, and then the show ends to the final countdown.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Or what if it's like where or go with the Apocalypse Now thing again. Still, you hear the guy saying a muffled voice. You keep the Frank thing too. Have it where he's in there doing the Frank voice. You don't recognize it's Will Arnett. He's in the fucking shadowed spot. Marty leaves, thinking he's made a good deal, not knowing who he made the deal with, right? Because he's still at this point. This is him leaving as Michael Bluth. And then the lights turn on. You see Frank. He turns Frank to himself and says, like, I made a terrible mistake.
I gotta say
and then
something.
it goes. What do you got?
I got an even better way to connect.
All right.
You know how Ozark introduces all of its characters by small characters? So this is what happens. Justine Bateman comes on the show as a stripper.
Not a stripper. It's a prostitute.
Fine, as a prostitute. There's no prostitutes in the show yet, is there?
They're strippers.
Fine. So she comes in as a prostitute, and we meet her pimp. And they do the exact same setup they did in the original show. Instead of going through the cartel.
Here's a genuine question. It's not even that funny for this comedy podcast. Arrested Development, you gotta bring over one cast member from the show to Ozark. Who fits in the best to Ozark?
Maybe.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad choice.
I think Michael Cera would be cool too, but
I don't know. If Michael Cera would also probably work really well.
But he has to do with Jason Bateman and just play something completely different.
Maybe would work actually probably as Maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe would be
slightly
great.
less dumb. I think Jessica Walters would have been perfect in Ozark.
Maybe.
Not maybe. She would have been great.
No, I was just saying I still think maybe.
I don't think Tambar works. I cannot even fucking imagine how David Cross would act in Ozark with any bit of sincerity in it. Like, how would he? I can't even picture like any fucking. You know, he could play. He played the guy who owned the fucking lickety splits.
You know, no, it'd be better than that.
Imagine seeing that guy get fucking.
No, it'd be even better if David Cross played the FBI agent after that.
That would have been amazing, actually. David Cross could work in art. They should have. Jason Bateman's a piece of shit, dude. He should care about his friends more and like toss some people some bones. He should just do Ozark, but he plays Marty. Lindsay plays fucking Wendy. David Cross plays Petty. Will Arnett plays. No, Will Arnett should just play the fucking drug lord. He should be the kingpin. Get Riverside Morales. Put Will Arnett in there. That's what we do. We'll redo. Okay, that's what we do. We redo all of Ozark, the exact same shot-for-shot remake. We just recast everyone but Jason Bateman with the Arrested Development characters.
What if we remake Ozark, the entire storyline, with the characters from Arrested Development and film it like it's just development?
We should do that. You want to? Same scripts, but it's new. Yeah, exactly. But you want to know who plays Buddy, the guy in the basement?
Buddy, okay. Buster.
Ed Bedgley Jr.
That's funny what I said.
Hilarious. Buster plays Jonah.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Buster plays Jonah. Maybe can play Charlotte. You think why would Michael Cera be Charlotte? Or I'm sorry, why would Michael Cera be Jonah? Because Michael Cera is going to play.
He's gonna play Ruth's cousin.
Yes. Perfect. See? Who plays Ruth though? Mae Whitman. It's Anne.
Yup.
That makes perfect sense. We cracked the case. That's how you do Ozark and Arrested Development.
Lucille too owns the fucking Blue Lagoon place that he takes over.
Yeah,
so they go for my boys.
Yep, that's fucking sick, dude. Oh, that's so good. Any other people we got in there we're missing out? I don't think Jeff Tambar works.